Sacrum and coccyx have a little different pattern of evolution in the form that they evolved from an aggregated caudal cell mass, all right? And the differentiation of it also starts around 31 days of gestation. For currently, you just have to remember this, that there is an aggregated caudal mass from which both of them are going to appear. So now we have talked about disorders of segmentation. This is disorder of formation, the problem with primary formation, all right? So one was the resegmentation problem, and now this one is the formation problem. The formation is something which is going to cause the lack of the appearance of the vertebrae. All right. So anything with a missing part of the vertebrae, that is a formation failure. Hemivertebrae, lack of formation of one half of the vertebrae. Wedge vertebrae, differential pattern of development of two parts of vertebrae. A butterfly vertebrae, we'll come back to that. Vertebral agenesis, that is complete absence of that vertebrae. An anterior or a ventral defect, a dorsal defect, maybe lateral defects of the vertebrae. And the mechanism of majority of them is either one half of the sclerotome, if we are talking about a hemivertebrae, or that part of the sclerotome for which particular part of the body is not visualized. Lower half, upper half, lateral half, anterior half, posterior half, not even half, maybe 1/3 of it. Depending upon the kind of the abnormality, any combination is possible. We try to fit them into these categories because it makes it easy to understand one, and that the second point being they're easy to encounter and more commonly encountered as compared to the rest. However, one thing you keep in mind, whenever you see a dysplasia means everything. Dysplasia means either it is abnormal in shape, abnormal in size, part is not developed, a part is overdeveloped, and whenever you see one, even the adjacent vertebrae might be abnormal, so you need to look at them carefully. The result of these abnormalities is actually abnormality of the curvature, one of which is scoliosis. So they are commonly associated with scoliosis, and that is why, coming to my first point, when I told you that when you see a baby with scoliosis, you should start looking for hemivertebrae. And why hemivertebrae? Because hemivertebrae is the most commonly associated segmentation abnormality associated with scoliosis, and your chances of encountering during scanning is much higher.